What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play RollerCoaster Tycoon with me, Dr.DDub. In this episode, I'd like to do what I mentioned I was going to do last episode, or not that I was going to do last episode, but I mentioned I wanted to do it last episode, and that is build a memorial for those that we have lost on Mark/Mildred the Mouse. I've been looking around my park for a place to put it, and honestly, there isn't really that great of locations available, or at least that I could see. I did find one that I think will work. It's close to the ride, which I wanted to do, and it's in this tiny little area right here. This memorial is not going to be anything extravagant, but I do want to have something. And again, we only lost 4, so unlike I think it was Diamond Heights where we lost 14, this is going to be a little bit smaller of a memorial in proportion to those that we lost. So I wanted to just do a couple fountains, or probably just one fountain and some scenery. I'm thinking of all our fountain options. I think this one, which I think is the same as this one, it is, looks the nicest. It's a little less comical looking. This is actually kind of a pretty fountain. So we're going to do one of these. Is that a dove or a... I can't quite tell what that is. But we're going to do one fountain right there. We'll actually get rid of this tree so we can actually kind of see it. And then I wanted to do 4 trees. Of which variety, I'm not sure yet. I want them to be tall and skinny and different from the rest of the trees in our park, which really doesn't leave us with too many options. We're going to try this and see how this looks. So again, we're going to do... That's perfect, actually. So we're going to do symmetrical trees right there. There are 4 of them. And then we're going to round it off with a hedge fence, I think. Actually, we'll do this. What is this? Like a pine tree? Conifer hedge, or just hedge. A conifer hedge fence kind of wrapping around this so that the memorial is only visible to those that walk down this path to actually see it. I'm trying to get a view to see this edge here. And I think that's hard to see, and that looks really bad from this angle. And I think only from that angle. I don't think it actually clips through. At this angle, no, not at all. That's fine. And this is how we're going to probably play most of our park. And then we'll add just 2 benches, or I guess 4 benches down this, or 5 benches technically. I forgot it would put one there. Just to kind of round that out. And that is going to do it for our memorial. I'd also like to add, I think this kind of, this is actually part of the Roman theming objects, Roman classical. Where did that go? I think we were going to do one of these. I think that fits this kind of mood very nicely. And we'll do it right here. We'll do it in gray text. I think that's what color the mice are on this ride. And then in memory of those we lost. And I think that will all display. I don't even know if I can get a view where I can see it. Not really. I'm not going to remove any trees, but let me just do invisible scenery real quick. That's part of scenery. Just kidding. Those we lost. Okay, so it's all there. That is our memorial complete. Okay, we have, August, September, October. So we have 3 months left since we're at the very beginning of August. Do we have any rides on there? Ooh. Okay, guys. Surprise for you, and I guess for me as well. We have a vertical coaster on the way. A vertical roller coaster. Scheduled to be completed on the 6th of August, so 3 days. So we're just going to kind of wait for that. Vertical coasters, as the name implies, I'm pretty sure are the only ride you can actually do vertical track. This is a very steep drop, but it's not a vertical drop. With the vertical coaster, we can do said drops. Is anyone riding this thing? One person in the queue line. I'll drop the price a little bit. I don't think that's the issue. I think people are still going to not want to go on it just because it's not very intense. Or exciting, for that matter. But yeah, for this vertical coaster, I have a feeling I want to start this station. I'm actually not sure. Now that I'm looking at this, I'm getting different ideas. What if we do this station? Because my goal for this is we have 35 grand. There's no way I can spend all of that money, but I do want to try to fill out some of the holes in our park. So I want it to go in this area a little bit, kind of work its way over in this direction, back in this corner, kind of maybe loop its way through this ride a little bit. And really those are the most dead spots in our park. I don't really want to put too much more over in this area. I don't mind doing kind of the far reaches of our park being a little bit more sparse. Not that it's sparse, there's trees everywhere, it's very dense, but as far as rides and actual man-made structures go, I don't mind it being kind of sparse because to me, it gives the illusion of an actual park. Like, the further away from the entrance you are, the less likely people are to actually be there. And so they don't flush it out as much. And so I don't plan on doing that either. But look at this thing. Vertical roller coaster. All right, let's take a look at it. The construction. The track has a square section steel spine connected to the inside edges of tubular steel running rails. I'm not quite sure what all that means. Supports are large square section steel posts, so kind of like this, I believe, except probably a little bit larger. Trains are held onto the track by wheels above, below, and outside the running rails. That's pretty standard by now. We can do banked curve, steep twist, bank helix. So we can do helices, on-ride photos, vertical track, and then we can't do any loops or corkscrews or inline twists or any of that kind of stuff. But that kind of makes sense for this style of ride. It looks like a very interesting train or car style. Are there any tips? Gives a smooth ride with a limited scope for special track, but allows a vertical track to be built. Okay, I need to find where I want to put the station first. I'm thinking I can do it over here somewhere. I'm thinking. That might not be doable. Actually, yeah, we're going to make it doable. I actually don't want it to face that direction. I'm just kind of doing a little bit to get station out here, kind of in the open. And let's go ahead and delete all of that, because I'd like the station to start here-ish. Can I clear that? No, okay, so we're going to have to back that off by 2. It's going to have to turn there. So we're going to have to bring the station out quite a bit in the back. These trees are that much more difficult to see in the rain because everything gets darker, and these trees are kind of dark, especially against the green grass. So, okay, and that'll clear that. Perfect. Oh, I've got a sneeze coming on. No, thank you. Okay, I think it passed. No sneeze yet. All right, so where do I want to take this? This is going to be an interesting feat of buildsmanship. And I don't know if I don't think I can go. Can I do chains straight up? If so, no, I can't. I was going to say, that would be awesome if I could do that. I can do chains at a steep incline, though, which I do kind of like. Ooh, and we can also do kind of this aggressive steep to flat track adjustments like we can on a crazy rodent roller coaster. Let's actually go a little bit higher. I don't know. It looks like supports are not going to be an issue for a ride like this. But I'd actually like to do... I don't think we need chains for this part. Where would be a good place to do our first drop? Oh, I don't know. We'll actually drop it by 1 just to give it a little bit of speed. We're not going to do it. I think I want to do our main drop kind of in this area right here. I think that looks open enough to where it would be doable. All right, and we're going to start dropping it, I think, right about now. Are there any special things? Holding brake for drop. Oh, I think I've seen this in the... Oh, that's cool. Okay, so they're going to go up the chain lift. They're going to drop down with a little bit of speed. They'll be moving. And this is a brake that I think will take them all the way down to 0 miles per hour for a few seconds. And then it will release and allow them to drop straight down. How cool is that? I think it's very cool. Okay, lands in our way. The nice thing about this is these track pieces look like they only take up 2 height markers, whereas these take up quite a few more. Is that tree going to be in their way? Of course it is. So yeah, I don't know if I've honestly ever built one of these before, to be completely honest with you guys. And I'm probably only going to do... Ooh, I don't know. I kind of want to do some vertical pieces, but not too many. Because we started at 30. I'm hoping we can get back up to 27. Actually, let's do that to flat, if that's not what I did. Yeah, okay, so now we're at 26, so that should be a little bit better. The only downside of this is it looks kind of strange. I don't know if you guys can see what I mean, but it's not like a super smooth curve going from the straight to the... or from the vertical to the non-vertical. Like, this is all smooth right here, but then as soon as you hit this section right here, it looks like it kind of gets tweaked. I don't know, it doesn't look quite right. But this is going to be very much a trial and... Well, probably not trial and error, just trial and possibly error, but I'm not going to go back and try really hard to fix everything. We need to do some sort of... I don't know. There's helices that I can add, and I'd like to try adding some of those. Oh, we just got our mind theming objects? Normally, I would say I wanted to change the station type, because that's kind of the reason I had that box checked. I wanted scenery and theming to be researched, but I wanted this kind of style throughout our park. And if we have time, we might go and change it, but honestly, we've made it this far in our park. We only have 2 months left. I'm not sure I'm going to even bother with it. I'd like to have it, but I don't really care at the same time. Okay, we need to get some turns going here. And look at this. This is going to cost me $1,000 per piece. But guess what? I don't care. I have 33 grand. Oh man, this is cool. Okay, I want this to not be... What are the words I'm looking for? Helix up small. I'd like to send this back over this direction. Okay, we started at 30. We dropped to 25 to 23. So we're still going to have a good amount of speed for all this. So I'm not worried about... Ooh. It's not quite what I wanted. Not at all what I wanted. This is actually going to have to go straight for a little bit first. And then we'll kind of do a curve. I wanted to go through... There we go. Ooh, that's not what I wanted to do either, but that's even cooler. Ooh, what if I do a helix down around this? Oh, how cool would that have been? Hold on. I did a 3-piece, so if I make this go straight one more, turn it, and do a tighter one, I'll be one tile closer to this. So maybe now I can get away with a helix down small? Ah, dang it. That would have been really cool, helixing down with track in the middle. Ooh, maybe I can do it around this one. Hold on, guys. I'm getting ideas. That's not going to work. But I'm going to try it anyway. Roller coaster in the way. Okay, so if we go straight here... Sorry, this is just a bunch of trying different things. That's the only way I'm going to know if it works or not. Oh, man. Yeah, that's not going to work. You can't do a helix just around a ride, as cool as that would be. Okay, so we'll go back through here if we can, which we totally can. We just need to go straight one more first, probably. It's probably the tree, not the coaster. Please don't be the coaster. It's the coaster. So straight one more turn. Do that one. Oh, man. What can I get away with? Anything? Nothing? We'll actually do another drop here, I guess, then. What's in our way? This tree, I think? Yeah. Okay, so if I do this, that's going to run us right into that track. So we're going to have to stay straight here. And, ooh, I want to go back through this and head this direction, but this could be way too intense, and there's going to be a roller coaster in my way. Okay, so we're dropping from 22 off of a 25 drop. I don't know if I want to do that. I have a feeling that's going to be way too intense if I try doing that. But okay, I want to get it back over into this area of our park and then start working our way kind of back to the beginning. This is pretty busy for this section, and I'm okay with that. But I don't want the entire ride to be this busy. So I'm going to try to make it head over back in this direction just to kind of get it out of the way a little bit. Okay, we're at 17 here. If we go back up a little bit, we should be able to do kind of a wide turn there. Actually, let's do a smaller one. We should have less momentum by this point. And then, oh man. Okay, I'm trying to think what would look cool here. Let's do another section of brakes. Our station started at what height? 15. Okay, so yeah, we'll do another section of brakes, or not another section, a first section of brakes here. To 18. We'll do an S-bend to the left, and then another one of these hold brakes for drop, whatever it's called. And then we'll do the actual drop itself. Okay, and so that puts us at one tile below our station. And so what if I do 21? Okay, let's actually do a steep increase, turn, and then a flat. That's so cool how you can make that tight of a turn that quickly. I really like that about this ride. That's pretty cool looking. Or pretty cool, period, that you can do something like that. Okay, I do want to utilize a little bit of this space, so we're going to flatten it out here. Probably go back up a little bit, just to clear a couple of these trees. And then let's try to get some helices going. I probably want to just do one or two, nothing too crazy. Get rid of some of these trees, and then let's do a helix down large. Oh man. I just said we're going to have to get rid of a few trees. That was a very drastic understatement. Oh, this one. Oh, what else is in our way? I'm just going to keep deleting. There we go. Okay, honestly, I don't want to have to delete more trees than that, so that's going to be it for our helices. And that puts us at 18. We dropped from 21. We can probably clear this by going up over it. No, we can't. So that's going to have to go... We'll do one more, and then we'll do it down. And that will allow us to hopefully go back over this. And then immediately back down, because we only started at 23. So this is going to be kind of tight on speed here. And I'm just hoping this works, period. Again, I don't know the last time I built one of these. to be completely honest with you. It's been a very, very long time. Okay, so I'm trying to head back to the exit, or to the station to wrap this up, and I think it's just trees that are going to be in our way. I think we have the clearance to get by all this stuff. And we do. And I want to make sure to stick to this side of the ride, because our entrance and exit are going to go on this side. And I have an idea as to where that's going to all line up here in a sec. But for the time being... Ooh, okay, so we'll go down and turn underneath this. I think that lines up. Yeah, it does. Because I want to go under this, do a section of an on-ride photo, or an on-ride photo section, not a section of on-ride photo. We'll add that, and then we just dropped from 17, so we should be able to get away with a very minor kind of, flat, very minor kind of incline decline here. I like doing these sort of up and down sections at the end of a ride. I think it's a good use of space, and that's going to put us in the way. So we'll actually go back up to 15, which works out perfect, because that allows us to clear everything, as well as put us on the same plane as our station. Which tree is it? That tree? Yes. Okay, we're nearing the end of our station here. We're getting so close. I need this to be... Oh, that'll be perfect. I think it's this one, if I can click on it. And that one. Okay, so that's that right there. Oh, this is going to work out perfect. Actually, I'll have to back the station off by 1. I don't think I budgeted for that quite properly. Actually, no, I'm getting mixed up here. I actually did budget it perfectly. Sweet. Okay, I have no idea how this is going to come out. You guys, your guess is just as good as mine. But let me go ahead and get the walkways over here first. So we're going to delete these trees right here, and this path is actually going to run over top the go-kart track, and then back down on this side. And this is actually where I'm going to have everything connect up, is right here. So we'll start our entrance on the entrance, as obvious as that sounds. And we'll bring this all the way back to the ride here and then up. And that should connect up just fine. And then this portion will go back down and connect to our exit. Which again, I think should work just fine. And this is going to be... Yeah, that's the correct height. Perfect. Okay. What does this look like as far as paint and all this goes? So 6 trains with 3 cars per train. So they're pretty short trains. I don't think I can up that at all if I do fewer. Yeah, so 3 is the max. How much time are we looking at here? We are nearing the end of October. All right, let's get this thing painted. The black is honestly not bad. What would go good with that? So instead of that steel color, let's try like a green. Ooh, I like that. Yes, that's happening. And then all in the same colors. I don't want to take the time to paint everything. So we'll do green there and then green there as well, because it looks like the black portion is not modifiable. It's always going to be black. Oh, man. Bear bag. Bear bags, for those of you that don't know, if you go camping, you put all your food and you put it in a bag and you throw it over a tree and you hang it in the tree. It's what's known as a bear bag to keep the bears from getting to all your food. Okay, let's go ahead and give bear bag a test. I have no idea how this is going to go. That was awesome. I wish I had a webcam at this moment in time, because right now I was kind of paying attention to my facial expression as that went. I started out with kind of a blank face, and by the end of it, I was just ear-to-ear smile. And speaking of ear-to-ear smile, we just completed our objective! Woo! Alright, so we have just successfully completed our objective, which was to have 1,000 guests in our park at the end of October, year 3, with a park rating of 600. As always, we're going to check and see what we had. Park rating of 999. It actually looks like we just got that back. It looks like we dipped down a little bit for whatever reason. And we just completed it there. And we needed 1,000 guests. We had 1,400 and... It says it's going up, but my guest count's declining. I don't get that. 1,400 and change guests. So we exceeded it by just over 400 guests, which is amazing. I do want to kind of wait out this rain so I can actually see if people like this thing. Ooh, look at that. That is perfect. 785. That's a good ride. I am very pleased with how that came out. I have my doubts because, again, I haven't built one of these, I don't think, ever. But man, that is cool. I want to watch some people ride this thing. But yeah, guys, that is our park. We'll come back to this here in a sec. Let me keep that open. But yeah, take a look at our park. It was just forest with 4 rides, 2 wooden coasters and 2 go-kart tracks to begin with. But oh my goodness, have we changed that. And I think this park came out really nice. It took me a little bit to solidify our theme, but once we got that down, everything else kind of really came together. And that goes to show how much, or I guess that goes to show me, how much having a theme can really improve our parks. So I'm going to really emphasize my themes from now on. I think it adds so much to a park, even though all it is kind of a naming scheme. And I guess in this park, we kind of did a paint scheme as well. But let's watch these guys. It's a very underwhelming load of people. There's only 4, but this is such a cool style of ride. I don't think I've ever been on anything quite like this in real life. I've been on rides that have vertical track before, but like this roller coaster design, like there's people that are hanging off of the edge. Like that's just so cool. And I don't think those brakes got used at all. I think they still kind of look cool, but that's about all the purpose they serve. Oh man. I hope this becomes a popular ride. It's a fairly long ride, so if we had a full line, I think it would actually be utilized. Because this can hold a lot of people on it. It's 6 passengers per car, 3 cars per train, 18 people per train. So that's, what, just under 110? I don't want to do the exact math right now because, you know, my brain and stuff. But that is over 100 people on this ride at one time, which is just crazy. But okay, guys, that's going to do it for Dr. D's Game Ranch. I hope you guys enjoyed this park because I certainly did. It definitely rivaled Millennium Mines, which was I think our first park, it's fair to say, that we really went into the theming and were able to kind of decorate as well. Sonata Springs, we definitely did that as well, but we didn't have the items to make it look good. It sounded good, pun intended, but it didn't look as good as I could have made it. Or I wanted to make it better, but I just didn't have the tools at my disposal. But alright guys, let's go ahead and take a look at what we have in store for us next time. I don't know what that is. From this point onwards, I'm probably not going to have a clue what we have in store for us next. So, goodbye, Dr. D's Game Ranch. It's been fun. Okay, so I need to go back and add my name to Millennium Mines. I forgot about that. Alright, we have another someone's world. We did, what was it, Katie's world? And now we have Mel's world. This seems like the same kind of concept. Mel's World. This theme park has some well-designed modern rides, but plenty of space for expansion. Our objective is to have at least 1,200 guests in our park at the end of October, year 3, with a park rating of at least 600. We had 1,400 in the park we just completed, so this should be doable. Ooh, okay, I do remember this park from my youth. This is a huge park. This is massive. Sweet. Okay, so what do we have here? We've got Flightmare, which is a suspended coaster. Or not suspended. I actually don't know the name for this. We'll take a look at all this stuff next episode. But we've got a pretty cool looking coaster there. Looks like we also have a bobsled. Quiver. Where does this all go? That's a pretty expansive bobsled. That's pretty cool looking though. And again, we'll take a look at all this stuff next time. Looks like we have some tunnels for our pathways. Is this underground? It totally is. That's really cool looking. How they got it down there, I couldn't tell you. That's something for me, like, even if I cleared out a 3x3 hole in the ground, I wouldn't be able to see the bottom of it, so I wouldn't be able to place the ride. I'd have to lower a lot of land to get it down there, and then raise everything else back up. So some of the stuff that's in a park to begin with is not something I would be able to do myself, or at least not with the budget that we have. And then it looks like we have a Gravitron, which is the hijack set at beginner mode. We might change that. But that's pretty much it for this park. It's pretty simple. Looks like we start with about 300 guests. However, we only have $5,000. I'm just going to see what this is now so I know what we're working with. 15 grand is our max. That is not a big loan. So I'll have to keep that in mind as I build this park up next episode. Oh man, this is going to be kind of a challenge. I'm looking forward to it though. I like challenges. Some of these parks are kind of easy, some are a little bit more difficult, and I definitely enjoy the more difficult ones because they're just that much more rewarding when you successfully complete them. But okay guys, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, take care.